Okay, Mario, once again, Friday, November 14, 2025. I'm going to be showing you a trick that I did in order to get this helicopter back in working condition as far as the belt drive is concerned. The belt drive on this particular helicopter, this is a vintage helicopter. By the way, this is the Skylark made by a company in Japan, Ishimasa. Released, I think, in 1980. The helicopter originally had this orange belt, and that gave out. When I received this helicopter on a trade with one of my helicopters that I was developing back in the early years. I think around the same time, because this helicopter is brand new, it's intact almost. I don't think it was flown. It's just dusty, from all over the years. So it was sent to me pretty much intact by the gentleman that wanted to trade with one of my uh, micro helicopters that I was developing around the year that this came out. So but the trick that I employ here in establishing a belt drive is I use this spline. This is a window screen spline. You can see the spline here. And so I wanted to, just for anybody that has this helicopter and maybe wandering or maybe defunct because you don't have a belt, you can make a belt out of a spline material. This is, I believe this is 1/8 spline. And the way I joined this is, because spline is, it's almost like a tubular cord. And if I can find the joint here, let me pause the video and find the joint. Okay, so here is the joint. You can see the joint. I believe I did this with just a piece of carbon rod inserted into that joint, no more than an 1/8 inch in length, because you don't want this to, you don't want a straight pin to interfere with the curvature. This has to go around the curve of these pulleys, and these pulleys are not that wide. It's just maybe 3/4 of an inch in diameter. The pulley, and maybe 5/8 on 5/8 of an inch on the inside of the pulley. And so this is how I made the belt here. Of course, you have to tension it, establish that tension, just to give it a little grip on the belt. But it works like a charm. There you go. There's the heated joint right there. And basically, that's all you do. If you need a belt for this particular helicopter, that if you happen to have one of these are very, very rare these days. And I just did a